What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, we are back with another breakdown of the V2 Jimbe SUGOFEST. You guys would have seen my previous video where I broke down every single new character coming in this batch and kind of giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on them and how the batch actually synergizes with each other. So if you guys haven't seen that, make sure to go ahead and check that out. However, in today's video, in this one, we are going to be talking about how this SUGOFEST is built and what is the structure of the SUGOFEST. What should you expect heading into the SUGOFEST? So let's go ahead and take this time to go ahead and do it. So here we go. SUGOFEST, a new Jinbe appears as a voiced SUGOFEST exclusive character, and it says here, when you do pull the new Jinbe, he will come at max special level, as well as 100 attack cotton candies and the following unlock powers. You get Despair, you get Bind, and you get Auto Heal. So if you do pull this new Jinbe, then you go ahead and basically have him fully ready to go. All you'd have to do is evolve him, give him some HP candies, and then fill out 2 more extra sockets. So that definitely helps out if you do pull him on his debut SUGOFEST. It's going to be interesting to see what the rates are going to be for this SUGOFEST. I would expect, you know, whenever they do a character like this, where they join with basically max abilities and everything, typically that character gets a pretty significant rate boost. We'll have to wait and see though. Hopefully his rate boost is pretty okay, so that if you do choose to be pulling here, then you know you have a pretty good chance of getting him. And obviously this is the best time to pull V2 Jimbe with all of these additional effects. It also states, plus new Aladdin, Praline, Watatsume, Hachan, and Kami are here. Now, we already know this was coming. However, they've added an additional effect with this SUGOFEST that was not on the Japanese version of the game. New special character Hody also makes his debut. Now, this character that they're talking about, Hody Jones, is a brand new limited rare recruit arriving on Global. This limited rare recruit did come out around about the time as Jinbe, but he was on his own banner, of course. You could not pull him naturally on a SUGOFEST, of course. But on Global, they are making him inside the SUGOFEST. Weirdly enough, though, on the recommended characters listing, he's not here. Like, you can't actually view his details, but I'm going to go pull him up on the database so we can break him down really quick. Okay, so I've pulled up the database on my phone, and this is the official limited rare recruit Hody Jones that is coming in this SUGOFEST. So let's go ahead and break him down really quick. So his artwork obviously looks really cool for a Hody Jones character. Stats look pretty good for a limit break, of course, but obviously we want to know his ability. So his captain ability is going to reduce the cooldowns of all specials by 1 at the start of the fight, and also boost the attack of powerhouse characters by 3.25, and then increase damage taken by a certain percentage. I would expect it's like maybe 1.5 or 2 times damage taken. That's what I would expect, but an unconditional 3.25 times attack with a cooldown reduction is so good as a captain. As a limit break ability, he makes strength, dex, quick, and psi orbs beneficial for himself, so all type orbs are beneficial, so that's fantastic. And if you are running him on a powerhouse team, which you normally would be, he basically has all orbs as beneficial. Or if you're running him on a Jinbe team, all the orbs are going to be beneficial. Now, his special ability maxes at 12 turns with limit break, 13 turns naturally, deals 50 times his attack and strength damage AoE to all enemies, and also changes the orbs in the left column into dex, strength, and psi, and the orbs in the right column to tandem, quick, and int. And if your friend captain's orb is strength, dex, or recovery, amplifies the effects of orbs for powerhouse characters by 2.25 times for 1 turn. So not only does he go ahead and fulfill the condition allowing you to get the 2.25 times type boost from Jinbe, he also allows you to get a 2.25 times powerhouse orb boost as well. This character partners so well with the new Jinbe character. Also, the fact he has the Enrage ability and Slotbind self-reduction, and if you do max it out, he completely resists it. Even Legend Jinbe V2, he doesn't completely resist it with his Slotbind. I believe it's 10 turns. This character's crazy. This character is really good, and interestingly enough, he's going to be available on the SUGOFEST. So getting back to the SUGOFEST structure, here we have the more information here stating that all wanted posters are 4-star or better, so no silvers are going to be available in the SUGOFEST once again. Always glad to hear that. And then it has information about Jinbe himself with his captain ability and his special ability, and if you guys want to see that, make sure to check out my previous video. But it says that this SUGOFEST is split into 3 parts. Weird, it's going to be going for a pretty long time, from March 28th all the way to the 3rd of April, so yeah, this is going to be going for a reasonably long time, like almost like a week-long SUGOFEST, which is weird. I was not expecting V2 Jimbe to get a week-long SUGOFEST, but you can see here that it basically is a day on part 1, day on part 2, day on part 3, and then it cycles back around, kind of like the anniversary did. Pretty interesting. But here we get to the most important part here. Part 1, and I'm pretty sure this is on part 2 and 3 as well, but it says the 1st and 4th multi-pulls are only 30 rainbow gems. Always nice to have that. That's almost like a thing that we expect nowadays, to see discounted multis on a regular SUGOFEST, so always a big fan of that. And then it says the 2nd pull of part 1, guaranteed limited rare recruit Hody Jones. Like, what? What? The brand new limited rare recruit, guaranteed, debuts on a SUGOFEST, not even on his own banner, and he's guaranteed on the Sugo. Bro, this is crazy. Like, if you are like a pay-to-play player, there's no reason to not pull here. Guaranteed Hody is fantastic. I think that most people should be pulling here if you are pay-to-play. Obviously, if you're free-to-play, you shouldn't be pulling here. That's a given, as I already said in my previous video that I made like yesterday, talking about, you know, where you should be pulling for upcoming SUGOFEST, and this is definitely a skippable SUGOFEST for free-to-play players, but they're definitely making it hard on the free-to-play players to skip these banners, because limited rare recruit Hody Jones guaranteed, like, that's a hard one to skip. Any limited rare recruit guaranteed, aside from like Kizaru or like Urogue, guaranteed is actually pretty good. Then moving on, the 3rd, 6th, and 8th multi-pull are guaranteed to be SUGOFEST exclusive. Nothing too really important there, you know, guaranteed legend. Pretty much what we expect. And then it says on the 5th multi-pull is guaranteed to be a recommended character, meaning that any character you see on that banner there, all of the new batch, Big Mom, Whitebeard and Marco, and Jinbe, one of those characters are guaranteed on the 5th multi-pull, which is fantastic. And then moving on from that, it says on the 10th multi-pull, last wanted poster is a limited pull SUGOFEST exclusive. So yeah, it's one of those restricted pulls where you can only pull certain legends, which is great. I'm a big fan of that as well. Part 2 and 3 are the same, with the 1st and 4th multis being a discount of 30 gems, so saving some 20 gems there, which is great. And then the 2nd and 5th pulls on part 2 and part 3 are recommended characters, guaranteed. So you cannot get the limited rare recruit Hody Jones on part 2 and 3. He's only available on part 1. So if you do want to be pulling here, I would definitely suggest part 1, just for the fact you get limited rare recruit Hody Jones guaranteed, and that's very, very good. Similar to the other part as well, 3, 6, and 8 are guaranteed SUGOFEST exclusives, and the 10th pull, if you do choose to do 10 multis, you get a limited pull SUGOFEST exclusive character. Now, talking about the limited pool characters, we have version 2, version 3, Quick Whitebeard is from the part 1 limited pool. You have Sabo, the Dex Sabo, which is awesome, Dex Nami, Dex Jinbe, Vinsmoke Judge, Frankie, Cat Viper, V2 Law. Okay, so Cat Viper and Law down the bottom there, kind of annoyed that they're there, but Frankie being there is quite cool because he should be getting his 6+ sometime in February, so look, sometime in April, so look forward to that. Then the part 2 pool, we have Charlotte Linlin, Whitebeard Marco, Akainu, Jinbe, Monkey D Garp, Monkey D Luffy Kung Fu, Lucy, and Magellan. Okay, that's a pretty interesting pool as well. That's a good pool, actually. Linlin, Whitebeard, Marco, and Akainu are all tier 0 legends in my book. That's a pretty good pool, honestly. Talking about part 1, though, I mean, Sabo is pretty close to tier 0. Whitebeard is pretty close to tier 0. Nami's a great support unit. Nami, in terms of support and amount of boost she can provide, it's like tier 0. Okay, fair enough. And then the part 3, we've got Soul King Brook, V2 Sanji, Gear 4 Luffy, Jinbe once again, Rayleigh, Buggy the Clown, Shirahoshi, and Dogstorm. Okay, so part 3 I feel is kind of like the weakest one. I think part 2 is definitely the best pool of legends. And then part 1 and part 3 are right even, I would say. So pretty interesting. And then it also says here special characters that are going to be available. We have Hody Jones, the 4 and 5 star version, as we said, guaranteed on the 2nd multi. Check the notice for details on which SUGOFEST exclusive characters appear, and obviously with each different part you've got different rate boosts. Only the 5-star versions of SUGOFEST exclusive characters can be recruited. Obviously, I'm really glad that they're doing that now. Hated that. There are no additional rewards after the 10th multi. It will reset transitioning between parts 1, 2, and 3, and special characters will only be available for rare recruits with notices that mention them. So yes, the only available limited time character or limited rare recruit or special character is Hody Jones. He's the only limited rare recruit available in this SUGOFEST, just in case if anyone was wondering that. He is the only one that is going to be available, and we already went through him in this video if you guys obviously saw that, but yeah, he's awesome. So I'm really happy that he's guaranteed. It just means it opens up the window of potentially them doing that more in the future, which I'm always a big fan of. Like, that would have been really cool on like version 1 Katakuri SUGOFEST, and they brought out like limited rare recruit Moria and make him guaranteed on that SUGOFEST. Like, that would have been really cool. I really hope they do more of that in the future, because it definitely tempts more people to be pulling here if they can get a guaranteed limited rare recruit in the Sugo. That's freaking awesome. And especially because the limited rare recruit fits so well with the new legend as well. Big fan of that. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Obviously, do not pull here if you're free to play. That's a pretty self-explanatory at this point. But if you guys are pay to play, I would probably recommend doing 2 to 3 multis here. Get your hands on Hody Jones and potentially something new along the way as well. If you guys want to see what all the new characters do, go check out my previous video as well. But hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and if you guys did, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you guys want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.